Every great story starts with the rush of thrilling gaming action. Handcrafted flavors, eager to please. Getaways for some well-deserved me time. And rewards worth bragging about. If it's a story worth telling, it starts at La Berge Baton Rouge. What's your story?
The biggest sale of the year is happening right now during Happy Honda Days at Team Honda. For a limited time, make no payments for 90 days on every new Honda. That's right, you choose and make no payments for 90 days at Louisiana's #1 Honda dealer, Team Honda on Segan Lane.
Few things in life are as valuable as family and peace of mind, especially when it comes to your final arrangements. And that's where Dignity Memorial can help. Our prepaid funeral plans make sure that your life will be remembered exactly the way you want it to. At Dignity Memorial, no detail is too large or too small. Call Lee Serio at 225-315-6329. That's 315-6329. Dignity Memorial, the peace of mind your family deserves.
Visit Treads & Care Tire Company's new location on Hooper Road in Central. Locally owned for over 50 years, Treads & Care is known for quality automotive repair and top-notch customer service.
I'd like to invite you to come out and see us at our new location in Central.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
Hello and welcome as we start the Thursday edition of the Clarence Buggs Show. Here's hoping all is well with you and yours and your little bitty slice of South Louisiana heaven since the last opportunity we had to spend a little time with you and yours. You know, y'all, I have been doing this for over 40 years now. And when you are in this line of work where you follow trends, patterns, news of relevance to your listening or viewing audience, you get to a point where nothing surprises you anymore. It disappoints you, but after you've seen this much stuff over 40 plus years, nothing really surprises you anymore. That's what I used to think. We start today's show with Louisiana news. And one of these stories that has so many implications and ramifications, it's staggering. One of those things that if you're not prepared for it, it will literally make your head explode. We've all known for a while now that we have a problem, ever increasing problem, with juvenile crime. Baton Rouge, Louisiana at large, the United States at large, for that matter. But this week, there's a story on WBRZ, News 2 Louisiana, the ABC affiliate, that literally left me dumbfounded. 2 juveniles arrested for, allegedly, their involvement in a drive-by shooting in Point Capee Parish, the great city of New Roads. Come to find out, these 2 juveniles, at the time of the alleged drive-by shooting, between the 2 of them, these 2 juveniles were wearing 5, wait for it, ankle monitors. You heard me right. One of these alleged juvenile miscreants, is facing an attempted murder charge in another parish and was wearing 2 ankle monitors from different parishes at the time. The other alleged juvenile miscreant is facing a murder charge in another parish and was wearing 3 ankle monitors from 3 separate parishes. Y'all, we are becoming, or already deep in the throes of becoming, a freaking banana republic.
I like bananas.
Marty said, I like bananas. 2 juveniles, 5 ankle monitors. And of course, it gets worse. Poincapie Parish Sheriff Renee Thibodeau said, after arresting these 2, they've got to have some place to put them. So he calls 8 different juvenile detention facilities. And there's nowhere to put them. Now, if you don't think for one second juveniles have already figured out the system and know that the adults in charge are not going to hold them, going to let them back out, nowhere to put them for any extended amount of time. If you don't think for one second they're not paying attention to this and exploiting this, then you are either willfully blind, willfully ignorant, or both. You know what's amazing to me? We have the technology nowadays with just this, your cell phone. We can get phone records and track you using cell towers to within 10 feet of where you are. And yet, we cannot develop an ankle monitor that once you set foot outside of the parish that has mandated you wear an ankle monitor, law enforcement is notified, general public is notified. There's no way you can tell me that we don't have the technology to do this. In the meantime, the public at large continues to be in a position of being the next victim for these clowns. Now, you don't have to be Einstein to figure out juvenile 3 ankle monitors hanging out with another juvenile wearing 2 ankle monitors, and allegedly, while wearing 5 freaking ankle monitors, engage in another drive-by shooting in yet another parish. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm of the opinion that when you have something like this transpiring, these children should not be released back into the custody of their parents. It's obvious the parents either don't care and or have no control over these juveniles whatsoever. We have become a banana freaking republic, y'all. when two juveniles, between them, wearing 5 freaking ankle monitors, then go out and allegedly commit another drive-by shooting. Y'all better be glad I'm not in charge. Because number one, I'd have Marty as my second in command. We'd lock those clowns up, and we'd lock the parents up too. How in God's name are we allowing this to happen, y'all? And you know your buddy Clarence, I am not a betting man. I've never placed a bet in my life. I mean, other than, as a kid, where you bet your buddy, I bet I can jump this ditch on my bicycle. That's a different thing. But I'll take odds on this. We have not in any way, shape, or form seen the last of these two individuals and their involvement with the criminal justice system. It's just a matter of time before we are going to hear the names again, read stories of them being involved in some other deadly crime. It's just a matter of time. This, y'all, do you have any idea what this makes the state of Louisiana look like? I get it. Our state is everybody's favorite whipping boy. Well, maybe with the exception of Mississippi. Thank God for you, Mississippi. Thank God for you. At least we can point the finger somewhere. But do you have any idea what this makes us look like, not just to the rest of the country, but to the entire civilized freaking world? 2 juveniles, and between the two of them, while committing a drive-by shooting, are wearing 5 freaking ankle monitors. I would like to think, and you hear me say regularly, y'all, we're supposed to be better than this. I'm starting to wonder. Y'all know I love my state like nobody else. But I'm starting to wonder, are we really better than this? I know it's not Tuesday, but I got to throw this in. Or are we just stupid? 2 juveniles, allegedly, committing a drive-by shooting while wearing 5 freaking ankle monitors between the two of them. I was trying to figure out earlier, how the hell do you wear 3 ankle monitors? One on your left ankle, one on the right ankle, one on your wrist? Marty said, no, they probably got them stacked right on top of each other on one leg. You're right. And unfortunately, for some of them, it's a badge of honor. What's up, dude? Oh, bruh, you never guess. What? I got another one. Y'all, we are past the point of it being a problem. It is now endemic. And if we don't step up right now and say enough's enough, God help us down the road. God help us. First break of today's show. When we come back, it is happening before our very eyes. The implosion of the 3rd largest city in America. That's next, when we continue the Thursday edition of the Clarence Buggs Show, only on the Pelican. Stay close.
Hi, I'm Bobby Yarborough with Manda Fine Meats. Here at Manda, we know what the folks of South Louisiana love. They love great flavored smoked sausage, delicious deli meats, and specialty items like boudin and andouille sausage. Manda Fine Meats has been providing these products since 1947. We produce them right here in Baton Rouge, so you know you're always getting the freshest product at your local grocery store. Manda Fine Meats. Taste the fresh local flavor in everything we make. Make it Manda every time.
Hey everybody, I'm Kevin Gallagher. This is Roy Fletcher. We hope you'll join us for Fletch Nation, especially if you like talking politics.
Man, come and join us. We'll give you the information, and then we'll give you the context. And by the way, we'll give you fun, too.
Lots of fun. We hit the local races, the state. We even look at what's going on all across America. And by the way, this space is available. If you'd like to talk about advertising, send your emails to Roy Fletcher at royfletcher.com and join us every week here on the Pelican for Fletch Nation.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house.
I'm self-employed and didn't report all my income. They claim I owe a lot more than I do.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal.
Tax Solutions Now saved my business.
I qualified for the Fresh Start program. I paid less than I owed.
We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who get the IRS off your back. Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions now.
Call 800-778-4345. 800-778-4345.
The season of inspiration is the perfect time to discover the enhanced Mazda CX-5, named a 2022 IIHS Safety Pick Plus Award winner, its highest safety award honor. Choose from over 45 CX-5s available at Baton Rouge's Mazda dealer, Team Mazda on Airline.
Hi, gang. Clarence Buggs here, inviting you to come by Old School Barbecue, 10655 Coursey Boulevard, where we tape the show live every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 11 o'clock. Come by and feast on news, sports, current events, love of God and country, and lots of common sense, along with some of the best barbecue anywhere on the planet. 10655 Coursey Boulevard, Old School Barbecue, home of the Clarence Buggs Show.
Live and play on the fairway at Greystone Golf and Country Club, a serene, challenging golf destination located in Denham Springs. For tee times and membership opportunities, go to GreystoneCountryClub.com.
Welcome back to the Thursday edition of the Clarence Buggs Show. You know, if you pay attention to things going on around you as they unfold, it doesn't take you all that long to realize that things are cyclical. That's just a part of the human experience. You go through cycles. There's a bottoming, then you rise back to the top, and if you're not paying attention and you're not aware of what's happening, it goes around, bottoms out, and hopefully comes back around again. As an American, it has been particularly painful to watch the literal implosion of the third largest city in America, Chicago. A couple of things happened over the last week that, in no uncertain terms, shows full well that this implosion of the third largest city. Oh, they just saw you, Marty. Y'all saw that white hand stick out there and get a brother some water, huh? Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. I didn't miss that part. Recently, some things happened in Chicago that made even casual observers come away saying, Yeah, you can stick a fork in them, they're done. Remember not long ago, a couple of weeks as a matter of fact, we had a story about a report coming out about the public school system in Chicago. And I don't have the story in front of me, but I want to say it was only somewhere from 7 to 13% of all public school children in Chicago. Only 7 or 13% of them can actually read at grade level. Meaning, if you're in 4th grade, you can read the way 4th graders should read. 8th grade, same thing. Senior in high school, only 7% of them can read at a level that high school seniors should be able to read to. Well, something happened last week that confirmed what is happening not just in schools, but in the administration of the affairs of schools in general. As you well know, it is the graduation season, high school and college, where they're rewarded for their years of labor and attempting to educate themselves, blah, 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 blah. So in Chicago, when you walk across the stage, on top of your gown, there's a sash, okay? And the sash says graduate. So that everybody knows, as if they didn't when you're wearing a cap and gown, that you're a graduate. But just to reinforce that, there's a big sash that says graduate. They contracted a company to construct these sashes. Cut them out, sew them up, print the word graduate on there. That's their job. That's what this company does. So the school system ordered 600 of these sashes for the graduates. Company manufactured them, boxed them up, shipped them out. School system received the boxes, went through the 600 sashes to be sure they weren't torn, the paint wasn't running, make sure everything was the way it was supposed to be. School system handed the sashes out to all the graduates. They went through the graduation ceremony with all the graduates wearing their sash that says graduate. It was not until days later when someone realized, oh yeah, I'm calling about the graduation ceremony that was held recently. Oh yeah, did you enjoy it? Well, yeah, I enjoyed the ceremony, but we got a problem here. Well, what's that? Do y'all realize that the sashes, all 600 of them that you handed out, graduate was spelled G-R-A-D-U-T-A-T-E, graduate. Is it any wonder these kids can't read at grade level? The company didn't catch it. The school system didn't catch it. The folks in the graduation ceremony didn't catch it. 600 of them. Meanwhile, last week, an 11-year-old, 11-year-old, arrested for an armed robbery spree. On his bicycle, armed with a handgun, 3 separate robberies as he pedaled away from the scene of the crime. And you have to wonder, how in God's name was it that last weekend, just the Memorial Day weekend, 51 people shot. 11 of them died in one city, in one weekend. And the mayor, the doofus that he is, when asked about it, said the following. I'll paraphrase it. Well, what you saw was a result of poverty. That's because this community has no investments. It's been disenfranchised. And what you're seeing is a result of that. What he neglected to mention or refused to acknowledge is that the party that he is a member of, the Democrat Party, they have been in control of every single aspect of life in Chicago for about 100 years. So if there's no investment in that community, and the Democrats have been in charge for about 100 years, whose fault is that? If only 7% of kids in public schools in Chicago can read at grade level, and Democrats have been in charge of public education for about 100 years in Chicago, whose fault is that? If what we're seeing is a result of poverty, and the party you're a member of, Mr. Mayor, has been in charge of economic development in the city of Chicago for about 100 years, whose fault is that? But you know, for him to come out and say that really says a lot if you possess the ability to read between the lines. He is either the stupidest mayor in the history of humankind, or he thinks his voters are the stupidest citizens in the history of humankind. Listen, y'all, you don't have to be Einstein, Plato, Socrates to figure out y'all been in charge of every single thing there is in that city forever. So if there's anybody to blame here, I think we all know who that should be. Starts with a D, ends with an S. It's not that hard to figure out. But as an American, y'all, someone who has pride in this country, to watch the third largest city in this country go down the toilet and up in flames at the same time is painful. I don't know if you've ever had something either set on fire or erupt in flames, and you're in the bathroom. You throw it in the toilet, and immediately, because of the water, the flames go out. Leave it to Chicago to have it ignite, throw it in the toilet, and the flames get bigger as it goes down the bowl. What may be even sadder still is that Chicago, in no way, shape, or form, is by itself. Portland, Seattle, San Francisco, Oakland, LA, y'all know where I'm going. St. Louis, Kansas City, Birmingham, New Orleans, Baton Rouge ain't far behind. Detroit, Milwaukee, Newark. Go down the list. The old saying is there's something rotten in Denmark. It ain't just Denmark, y'all. It's getting rotten all across this country. And yet, some of y'all gonna still vote Democrat. What's the old saying? You get the government you vote for. Bottom of the hour break. When we come back, keep up the good work, America. We'll tell you about that when we continue the Thursday edition of the Clarence Buggs Show, only on the Pelican. Stay close.
Got termites? Get Premier Pest. PremierPestServices.com.
You could be driving. Now's the time to save on new Accords during Happy Honda Days at Team Honda of Acadiana. Get our lowest prices and biggest savings on our largest selection of Accords this year. Hurry in and save during Happy Honda Days at Team Honda of Acadiana, I-49 just south of Opelousas.
Hi, I'm Katie, Operation Manager here at Old School Barbecue. We're excited about all of the changes here at Old School, and we'd like to invite everyone to come out and enjoy some delicious barbecue at Old School prices. We feature brisket, chicken, ribs, sausage, and the Boss Hog pulled pork sandwich voted best deal in town. We also have live music Friday and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. 10655 Coursey Boulevard. We can't wait to see you.
Hello guys, it's Debbie. It's time. I've got a brand new location. 10510 Airline Highway, Baton Rouge, next to After 5 Tuxedos. We have the perfect spot to get all your wedding and formal wear needs. Come see our one-of-a-kind name brand and get great prices. With 30 years experience, the best customer service anywhere. It's Debbie's Bridal, Airline Highway, Baton Rouge. See you soon.
Hi, I am Dr. Farrell Frugier Jr., and I am a general dentist at Frugier Family Dentistry. I was born and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I went to Catholic High School, LSU, and LSU School of Dentistry in New Orleans, where I received my DDS degree in 1986. I always have and will continue to be committed to continuing my education, to invest in technology which makes the diagnosis and delivery of dentistry more thorough, more comfortable, and more aesthetically pleasing. In our practice, we are here to serve the patients. We want to improve their quality of life and to develop relationships with our patients. In dentistry, we have a chance to impact lives on a daily basis, not just by doing dentistry, but by getting to know them and being a part of their life. We also believe in giving back to our community. So every year, we give back to the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank, Toys for Tots, and Mary Bird Perkins Cancer Center. Please stop by and visit our office. We would love to take care of you and your family.
Caught spiders?
Premier Pest Services.
Welcome back to the Thursday edition of the Clarence Buggs Show. You know, life is an amazing thing if you pay attention, particularly to historical events. Marty and I were just trying to figure out who it was in the wake of the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor, who it was that said, and I'll paraphrase, "I fear we have awakened a sleeping giant." I thought it was the Emperor, Hirohito. But Marty told me, he said, "Nah, I don't think it was Hirohito. I think it was one of the generals on the military staff involved in the planning and execution of the attack on Pearl Harbor that knew, oh boy, we done started something we might should have thought a little bit longer and harder about." Regardless of who it was, it's always been amazing to me how you can take one particular incident like that and something that someone said about it. I fear we have awakened a sleeping giant. And many years later, it comes full circle and is applicable to something totally different, yet related, that has happened. The LGBTQ plus MNOP, M&Ms, LYZ, whatever the hell they are today, would do well to remember that statement. Yamamoto. There you go. Thank God for Marty and Google. Yamamoto. I fear we have awakened a sleeping giant. Bud Light, Target, Kohl's, Nike, Adidas, who else? Disney, PetSmart. You have awakened the sleeping giant. I got to tip my hat to you, America. Just when I thought that we had lost the will to fight, just when I thought the country that I love dearly had arrived at a point where we're so busy going along to get along that we've lost our spine, we've lost our backbone. Just when I started to feel that way, the sleeping giant has awakened. You know, those of us that are real Americans, we understand how this thing works. As an American, you have the right to feel whatever way you want to feel about whatever issue is at hand. But I, likewise, as an American, have the right to not feel that way and to govern myself accordingly as far as whatever the issue happens to be. Target this week, after getting a very, 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 very rude awakening from the American public, came out and accused those of us boycotting their stores of being terrorists. You ever noticed a pattern here? How when someone disagrees with someone on the left, first thing they do is come out and call you an ugly name. Well, my fellow Americans have gotten to the point now, we don't care about that anymore. You can call me whatever the hell you want to call me. Sticks and stones, buddy. Sticks and stones. But it's not going to change my opinion, nor is it going to change my attitude and how I conduct myself / how I spend my freaking money. Hats off to you, America. Bud Light, I have no idea how long the boycott is going to continue. It is my sincere hope that it continues at least throughout the year. Bring these clowns to their knees. Give them a very rude awakening about the fact that we don't need you. You need us. The good thing is, for us beer drinkers, many of us now are finding out there are tons of other beers out there that we can buy that aren't going to shove their deviancy down our throats, and it tastes a whole lot better than Bud Light. You know, it would be different if every time you pop the top on a can of Bud Light and you take that first drink, you go, oh my God, this is some good tasting beer. That is the furthest thing from the freaking truth. It would be one thing if you could walk into Target and feel good about having your baby, your toddler, your minor child in tow. Now, I haven't had the opportunity to verify this, but there are stories now circulating that an email went out this week at Target stores saying, see, what had happened was we want y'all to get rid of all of the LGBTQ gay pride merchandise. Get it out. Because the sleeping giant is knocking a hole in our bottom line. It's time, y'all. It's way past time. This stuff has gotten so stupid now. Let me show you just how stupid the left is. Freaking PetSmart is selling LGBTQ gay pride merchandise for you to put on your dog and your cat. Are you kidding me? Nope. Unfortunately, I'm not. What in God's name could these people be thinking? Are they in such a bubble that they don't see what's happening to Target? They don't see what's happening to Bud Light. By the way, Kohl's, you next. You next. Do they not see this? Or do they not care? Or do they figure, well, you know, Americans, they're so busy TikToking and on Twitter, they're going to forget about it and everything will be back fine in just a minute. Just hang in there with us. No, bruh. You poked the bear one time too many. We were content to let you go on about your business, do whatever deviancy you want behind your bedroom doors. We didn't have a problem with that. But when you start talking about targeting our children, the sleeping giant has awakened. And you're not going to like the end result of this. We will, but you won't. Keep it up, America. Tip of the hat to your brothers and sisters. Keep it going. As a matter of fact, let's ramp this puppy up another notch. And when the rest of these corporate clowns, Adidas, Nike, Disney, ESPN, when the rest of them see Target has gone out of business, when they see Anheuser-Busch, InBev is going out of business, when they see these companies are being pushed totally off the planet, then the next ones will start to get the message. But that's okay if they don't. You next. That's the name of that tune. My country, I could not be more prouder of you. Yeah, we still got some things we need to work on. Yeah, there's still some things that demand our attention, but this is a hell of a start, y'all. Keep it up, America. The world is paying attention. Just look around. All the different countries, all these different nations, they're noticing. And it's starting to spread to other places. There's a reason we're called the leader of the free world. God bless y'all, patriots. God bless y'all, true Americans. Love you for that. Now let's see if we can't kick this puppy up another notch. Got to take a second and talk with you guys and girls about something that's unpleasant. Not comfortable, not easy. but it is a fact of life. I know it may come as a shock to some of you, but you do realize one day you're going to die. And your family is going to be left having to deal with your funeral and your final expenses. Yeah, but now, Clarence, I already got a life insurance policy, and my wife and children going to be taken care of. God bless you for that. But don't you want your surviving family members to get that money and not have to spend a good chunk of it on your funeral? That's where my friend Lee Serio can help. Lee has connections with over 2,000 funeral homes across America, and they can work out a prepaid funeral plan for you. Just imagine the peace of mind of knowing whenever my last day is on this planet, doesn't matter. My family's taken care of. And they won't have to take a chunk of the money that is designed for them to continue living the style of life they've become accustomed to just to pay for the funeral. Now, maybe you big money baller. You know, you don't mind your wife and kids having to spend $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 out of the money you left them from insurance on your funeral. But there's a better way, y'all. There's a much better way. Call my friend Lee, 225-315-6329. 225-315-6329. Get the peace of mind that you and your family deserve, and maximize the money that you are planning to leave them through insurance. All I ask for this big favor is that you do Lee a favor. When you call him up, let him know, hey, look, I saw an advertisement for you on the Clarence Buggs Show. And I know Clarence, he ain't going to steer me wrong, so I'm calling you to find out what's going on. I would consider it a personal favor, and your family will love you for it too. Final break of today's show. We'll get her done, come back, put that big old pretty bow on this puppy, and wrap up the Thursday edition of the Clarence Buggs Show, only on the Pelican. Stay close. Few things in life are as valuable as family and peace of mind, especially when it comes to your final arrangements. And that's where Dignity Memorial can help. Our prepaid funeral plans make sure that your life will be remembered exactly the way you want it to. At Dignity Memorial, no detail is too large or too small. Call Lee or Gretchen Serio at 225-315-6329. That's 315-6329. Dignity Memorial, for the peace of mind you deserve.
Every great story starts with the rush of thrilling gaming action. Handcrafted flavors, eager to please. Getaways for some well-deserved me time. And rewards worth bragging about. If it's a story worth telling, it starts at La Berge Baton Rouge. What's your story?
Treads & Care Tire Company announces its new location on Hooper Road in Central. Locally owned for 50 years, Treads & Care is known for quality automotive repair with top-notch customer service. Treads & Care offers the convenience of shuttle service and pickup and delivery of your vehicle. You can also enjoy the comfortable customer area, complete with workstations, high-speed internet, and a complimentary coffee bar.
I'd like to invite you to come out and see us at our new location in Central.
Treads & Care, the tires you need and the service you want.
Live and play on the fairway at Greystone Golf and Country Club, a serene, challenging golf destination located in Denham Springs. For tee times and membership opportunities, go to GreystoneCountryClub.com.
Tremonti's has meat. Tremonti's has seafood. Tremonti's has much more. Tailgating and home gating platters. Huge wine and liquor selection. Beer and all the spices you need. Chairman Reserve and Wagyu meats. Ribeye rolls, shrimp rolls, kebabs. 20 flavors of sausage for the grill. Daily lunch specials and game processing. On-site catering also available. Good meat ain't cheap and cheap meat ain't good. Visit Tremontes.com.
Sometimes life is wonderful, and sometimes it's not. Cherish the good, but always be prepared for life's challenges. At Private Healthcare, we provide the peace of mind you deserve. With private healthcare, you'll get the coverage you want and healthcare you need. If your employer doesn't supply healthcare coverage and you don't qualify for Medicare or Medicaid, you need to give us a call right now. Private healthcare is private health insurance for ages 65 and under with medical, dental, vision, and even prescription coverage. When life comes at you unexpectedly, you need to be ready, and health insurance is your financial safety net. Health insurance has never been so easy and affordable. If you're looking for health coverage at the best price and your annual household income is $35,000 or more, call the number on the screen now and speak with a live healthcare consultant. Don't wait. Get the coverage you need now.
Welcome back for the final segment of the Thursday edition of the Clarence Buggs Show. If you have been out of doors anytime over the last few days, you know that the heat is on. You cannot live in South Louisiana and not know what's coming as we speak. Heat and humidity beyond belief. And you know, it's amazing. For me, at least, I don't know about for you, but heat is one of those things I never get used to. I don't care how many years I've spent in South Louisiana, it's still miserable. But in addition to that, you cannot live in South Louisiana and not be aware, hopefully, that come summertime, come the heat and humidity, more people than ever are driving while drinking. And for that matter, boating while drinking. So this week, law enforcement all across the state started reminding us that if you're going to be on the roadway this time of year, you need to pay special attention to impaired drivers. We typically get that heads up from law enforcement this time of year, every year. But in the story that I read this week, there was a statistic that literally leapt off the page at me. According to the Louisiana Highway Safety Commission, in the year 2020, more than 40%, 40%, more than 40% of vehicle crashes in our state were alcohol related. Did you get that? More than 4 out of every 10 accidents. Well, no, they don't like to call them accidents because that's a deliberate act. When you consume too much alcohol, choose to get behind the wheel of a car, when you crash either into something on the highway or someone else on the highway, it's a crash. It's not an accident. More than 40%, y'all. You often hear me talk about self-inflicted wounds, things that we do to ourselves, not stuff that somebody else does to us, the stuff we do to ourselves. This is right in that category. Now, to put it a little bit more in perspective for you, according to the Highway Safety Commission, more than 40% of crashes in Louisiana were alcohol related, resulting in more than 300 fatalities. Do y'all realize that's almost one person a day in 2020 died because someone was so selfish, so stupid, or didn't care enough about the rest of the motoring public than to get full of alcohol and get behind the wheel? Over 300 of our fellow Louisianians would probably be alive today if it were not for some idiot consuming alcohol and getting behind the wheel. I said earlier in today's show, y'all, we're supposed to be better than this. I get it. I understand. Clarence, you got to understand, it's Louisiana, and we got the laissez-aller, bon temps roulette attitude. I get it. But tell that to the over 300 families that no longer have their loved one. Not because of anything their loved one did, other than simply reach for their car keys. Reaching for your car keys is not supposed to be a potential death sentence. It's not. Again, yet another self-inflicted wound. You know, it's one thing for all these other people to say, man, them people in Louisiana, they just as stupid as they want to be. It's one thing for them to say it, but it's something else entirely for us to prove them right. I beseech you, my brothers and sisters, make better decisions, because the life that is impacted is not just your own. My time's up, y'all, and I gotta go. But you already know the drill. Yep, you're right. This day, maybe more so than any other day in history, I give it to you. America, we are not perfect. But for this old boy's money, it's the best there is. And God knows there is no place else on his green earth that I'd rather be. Speaking of the good Lord, you realize he loves you, right? And I hope you know that I do too. Either way, ain't a doggone thing you can do about either one. We'll see you soon. Love you much. God bless.